It is so hot outside, but I did my makeup like this yesterday and it did not budge. And for context, I'm a children's party entertainer, so I was wearing a costume, a wig, which is essentially like wearing a giant woolly hat. I had 30 kids and their parents running around, jumping, playing games, dancing in a hall, and it was 30 degrees outside, and my makeup looked amazing the whole time. So much so that I actually had parents come up to me and ask me how my makeup still looked so good. So I thought I'd show you because obviously it's all affordable. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Shanara. I love all things beauty, but on a budget. So if that sounds like a bit of you, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment, and let's become baddies on a budget. Primer yesterday, I used the Boots Natural Collection Shine Control Primer, and I put it everywhere, but I really tried to focus it on like my T-zone area, the bits where you like obviously get the most shiny. And this stuff is, I think it's about £3, something around there, and it's like a moisturizer texture consistency, so it's so easy to just kind of like spread around the skin and really get it in. Now more than ever, especially in the heat, you want to give your primer time to sit on your skin before you touch it with foundation. So as always, I go in with my brows and I'm using the Tinted Brow Mascara from MUA, which is literally like £3. I don't know if you can see, it's got like little fibres in it. It fills in your brows with like a colour and makes them look thicker because I am browly challenged. And I personally need all of the help I can get to make my brows look thicker. I always work it through my brows backwards first, just to like get the product on my eyebrow. Then shape my brow. And this is another reason I like to do my brows first, because I can be a bit messy. I can just take a cotton bud and go ahead and clean up any mistakes. And I don't have to worry about ruining any makeup that I've already put on. And she's all fixed without disturbing the rest of my makeup. And I'll just do the other brow. And it really is just as easy as that. Next, on to foundation, and I used the Ordinary Serum Foundation. Because it's a serum, this stuff is super liquidy. One, you shouldn't be pumping your makeup straight onto your face anyway, but I do. But you have to work super quick, otherwise it's just going to kind of drip everywhere. But once again, I always spread it out with a flat foundation brush, then spray my beauty sponge with a setting spray, work it in, and then blend with my beauty sponge. I just think it meshes so much nicer and becomes like so much more skin-like. This Ordinary Serum Foundation is like one of the cheapest foundations you will ever find, and in my opinion it's one of the best. It's literally, I think it's literally £6.50. £6.50 for a full-sized foundation. SPF 15, which is obviously a plus, especially in this weather. Then because it's from the Ordinary, you know that it's going to have some good skincare ingredients in there. It's nice and lightweight, which again is perfect for this weather when you don't want to feel like you're wearing anything heavy. And the shade range is just so good. Can we see it's just kind of meshed and blended into my skin, and it just looks like skin. I'm sure this next product is going to shock a couple of people because it's actually the Poundland concealer. Poundland. See what I mean when I say makeup does not have to be expensive to be good, because I literally wore a concealer from Poundland and my makeup still looked flawless and didn't budge in the 30-degree heat. I'm not a 2 dots of concealer kind of girl. I have to paint it on like I'm painting a wall. And I just take my sponge, again this is the one from With Love Cosmetic, and get right up in there. Even though I am a big old fan of a bright under eye, this is obviously a skin tone shade. Not everyday bright under eye, not every day my under eyes have to look like the sun. See what I mean? This sponge can really just get right up into your eye crease, and you can literally get 4 of them for £12. Now that's actually all of my creams and liquids done, so let's move straight on to powders. And I don't know why nobody's talking about this stuff. Like, why is nobody talking about it? It's the Rimmel Kind and Free Pressed powder. It's one of my favourite powders. It's so affordable, and my under eyes just look so smooth and flawless. I genuinely don't get why nobody's talking about this. Removing any creases, because we don't want to set our creases. Look up and then put that powder underneath, and I really like to drag mine out to like give that lifted eye effect. And I put it around my nose, not on, just because I blow my nose 100 times a day, and no setting spray, no powder is going to save the makeup from rubbing off my nose. I really just push it in there, Push, push, push. Can you see this? Can we see how flawless my under eye looks? I just don't understand why no one's talking about it. Why do we not want this level of flawless under eye? And then obviously we've got to do the other side. And remember to just get out any of our creases first. But even though that concealer is from Poundland, I literally didn't have any. It's actually a really good concealer for £1. And really press that product in. Any excess obviously onto my forehead and onto my chin, just to really try and control any shine. But yeah, Rimmel Kind and Free Powder. Why aren't we using it? Why are we not using it? Why is no one talking about it? Because it's flawless. Bronzer, I used the Wet n Wild bronzer. Is again super affordable. I think around the £5-ish mark. Wet n Wild is one of the more affordable brands in the UK, and I put that on my forehead and like around the perimeters of my face. Because I was playing a character yesterday, I didn't really put any on my cheeks, but today I'm going to put some on my cheeks because Shannara likes bronzer on her cheeks. Island Princess did not. I'm also going to put some under my chin because again, I'm Shannara, not Island Princess, and Shannara likes bronzer under her chin. Now, call me crazy, but I actually used the Revolution Mulan book and I went in with a highlighter first. This is in the shade Tougher Than I Look. Put my highlighter like everywhere because obviously it's so hot outside. I've been really matte, but I just want to bring that glow back with the highlighter. And I did put that like literally just like a C shape around my eye. After highlighter, don't hate me. Don't hate me, but the blush I went in with is now out of stock and discontinued. Trigwell blush, and I used the shade Tropic Like It's Hot. Focus that more in the centre. And I know I said that she's sold out, but I did the research and you can get similar colours from MUA, Boots Natural Collection and NYX. Can't tell you how they perform because I haven't tried them, but the colours look pretty similar. The blush colour went more in the centre, whereas like the highlight went all the way around. The blush is just going in the centre. The best eyeliner you will ever own. Don't fight me. You can literally quote me on that. The Made by Mitchell Colour Case Pro. I have no idea how much you get this for now, but who knows? It's not me. Mine is loved. Just taking the black, work it into the brush on the lid so I don't get too much on the brush, and then line my eyes with it. And now my eyeliner will not budge. It just won't. The only downside to this is you have to work quickly because if you make a mistake and it dries, it's stuck there. But honestly, if you want smudge proof, budge proof eyeliner, this 10/10's no notes. And I'm going to take this mattifying powder from Collection, and it's also SPF 20. I don't know how that works, but that's what it says. Put it on a brush, then just pretty much dot it everywhere around my face. I know I'm usually a glowy kind of gal, but in this heat, the glow is going to come from sweat, so it's fine. Push that everywhere. Give you that extra SPF, give you that extra defense from the sun, from the sweat, from the shine. It also smells really nice. I don't know what it smells like, but it just smells nice. Now, setting spray number 1. This is the Beauty Bay one. I think it's £11, and obviously it's mattifying. And we're just going to drench ourselves in it. Because logically, the more matte our makeup, the more it's going to like defy the heat. The mascara, I did use lashes yesterday, but I don't want to use lashes today, so I'm just going to use the Rimmel waterproof mascara. Oh, I forgot to curl my lashes. Oh well. Then I'm going to add a bit of sparkle because obviously this one today, it doesn't have a shade name, which means it's a limited edition and it's from With Love Cosmetics, and these are like £6. Okay, then last few steps, I'm just going to take a little bit of the MUA pressed powder in those inner corners, some SPF 50 lip gloss. This is from Collection. I think this is around £5, and I think the MUA powder is £2.50. One last mattifying setting spray. This is the one from Revolution. I think it might be time to open a new one of those because it is spraying all over the place. And this is like £10.99 for this massive bottle. And this is the finished look. That's it. My makeup is now going to last all day. Am I going to sweat? Yeah, I'm going to sweat. It's blooming boiling. and I'm running around after a toddler because somehow this heat and lack of sleep does not slow him down. But my makeup is going to look flawless while I'm sweating, and it's going to last me all day. Let me know what you think in the Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you like this type of video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time, baddies on a budget. Bye.